whack, and that is not real. You know, this is fantasy. This is an illusion. It's a delusion. Yeah, it's a delusion. And that's what I mean when I say good and or the right or wrong thing between the right and wrong is real and fake, and that's what meekness is, and that's how meekness is strength in itself, and it shouldn't be confused with weakness because it is the strongest you can be, and to have truth on your side. Truth on your side. You know, it takes more work to be meek because now you got to work to work. You feel me? You got to work without the security of safety. You know what I'm saying? But you have that safety because you got God blessing. God blessing. You are blessing that you are now employing the Lord, employing God to fight your battles. Okay? No matter what that means, on this earth plane or not. And that's the thing, and that's the illusion, that's the delusion that they're inflicting, they're imposing upon the will of others. For one, you know, and I'm not being naive, I'm not being insensitive, and so I have to mention it. And though to be meek would be not to mention it, but as I said, I'm not the meekest, okay, which makes me weaker to a certain extent. But you know, I'm not one thing or the next, to be honest. And so what I'm speaking to, or what I may even say, is about how, like, we have people who pray and that's all they do, but they still attacked. And so we can't lose sight, and we can't not respond to that in a protective way, in a, you know, in a proactively just way. You know, does it take us doing the same thing to the person who did the wrong thing to make it right? Well, they say that two wrongs don't make a right. And how is it wrong? It's wrong that is that, and it is wrong in that it is not real, and that it is fake. And that's what makes it the most wrong or improper or incorrect, is that it's fake. Okay, because the true power is God. True power comes from life, the creation of life, force, the life force. It's very energy in itself is how you get power. Power. Yes, so it's an illusion, it's a delusion, it's a distraction. It's all a game, right? But like, it's not a game, you feel me? And so don't get pulled into playing a game that's not designed for nobody to win, right? The game itself is destruction, creation, you know, it's anti-creation, and that is fake. It's real because it's creating. It's fake because it's destroying. Because even as you have heard, I'm sure you've heard, energy cannot be destroyed, no? So what really is death in itself? If it's not a game. They even call it the game of death, right? And you know, that's nothing to speak on because we have loved ones who we live in the name of, you know, to celebrate life. For one, alone from our own life, being as, you know, involved and productive as possible, which it's made to be. As far as real and fake though, and true power and meekness is strength in that. To be meek, it takes more work, right? Now you're working to do the most without having to revert to the easiest thing, which sometimes will be, like I said, to just kill a nigga, yo. Kill a motherfucker, homie. Like I said, like I've been saying, nigga, from the beginning, nigga. That's easy to do. It's harder not to kill a nigga, right? So what's real strength? It's discipline, like I mentioned, which is law, yes, which is balance, yes, which is true humility, which is to serve life, which is to serve God, which is to serve love, which is to serve light. Yes? Because why? Otherwise, you wasting time. Otherwise, you taking time away from yourself. Otherwise, you're doing less than what you can be doing. And therefore having to do more of less. Right? Which meek is grace. And grace is to do the most with the least effort. It's not about laziness. It's not about easy, as I was just saying. It's about real and fake. And the realer it is, the more powerful it is. And not even about power, it's about proper, okay? Purpose, right? Of life is not to age, my nigga. That's not the purpose of life. It's not. Now, scientific evidence will eventually reveal this to people, and then they're already gonna have shit in place to where now it's like some irreversible ass shit gotta happen. That's what they're trying to get ready for, yo. This is already a fact that is already known by certain ones, homie, who are in a position to capitalize off of anyone operating without accepting this reality. Okay? It's only so much you can do about it without laying down and dying. And sometimes even that is powerful, yo. That's why you got people who set themselves on fire. That's why you got monks who set themselves on fire and shit. And act. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you go set yourself on fire. All I'm saying is like, anything else that he could have done wouldn't have been as powerful. He could have fucking shot some niggas up. Niggas would have forgot about that shit. Right? You dig? Nigga set himself on fire, nigga. That's history. Nigga, ain't nobody else gonna do that. You got a picture of the nigga sitting burning in the street, nigga. And then you gotta say, why did he do it? Right? So, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna care too much about why he didn't shot some people up. Don't nobody ever ask, why did they do it? I mean, of course they be trying to, you know, I mean, I guess it don't really matter. What matters is those people, the other people that he fucked with, and when he didn't have to involve those people. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to, you know, right action, real action, when it comes to most powerful action, most potent action, it's going to go through you. It's going to come through you. It ain't about taking yourself out. But we got these different snares. We got these threats. So we're surrounded by threats. A threat to our corporal existence here in this physical material fucking program exchange that this current exchange that is society, right? And I mean, it's not no secret. It's the situation. Everywhere you turn, you feel me? You got targets on you. You know what I mean? More and more. And no matter if you black, no matter if you Muslim, no matter if you're a woman, and no matter if you know what I'm saying? This shit is not safe to just be who you are, no matter where you at, unless you conform to this fucking fantasy. Unless you succumb to the delusion, which is more powerful to your soul, is what I'm saying to you. Right? And spreads and bleeds out into anything connected to your soul, which is your actions, which create vibrations, right? Which then are resonating, yes? And subject to resonance, okay? So others resonating and oscillating on that particular frequency then have to be subjected to your will, either interfering or enhancing their will. You know what I'm saying? In basic terms, it's really that simple. And that's how it can be that powerful. And in the simplicity of it, in the simplicity of the reality of it. But if you complicate it through approaching it incorrectly, which would be fakely, then that's much more fucking layers to uncover then. Okay? So yeah, as far as meekness, that's don't feel like it's weakness. That's the strongest thing to do. That's the hardest thing to do. It's to not do what you could do that you shouldn't do, right? Right? But you can, and it's a reason why you can do shit that you shouldn't do, and that's the point. What is that reason? What is the full reason of all of this shit happening, right? Is it divine order? It would have to be, because anything that's happening is under God's control, right? But what really is happening though is the real question. It's not even so much why is this happening? No, what is happening? You can ask why without knowing what, and you can't know what without asking why. Either way, whatever answer you get, you still gonna have to do, my nigga. You're gonna have to apply that information you are able to gain. For the most part, you're not even gonna ask why. You're just gonna say that's just how it is. But how is it? How do you know that's how it is? Oh, because shit, if I waste time doing anything else, then I could be wrong, or I might not get as much pussy, or, you know what I'm saying, my girl ain't gonna, you know what I mean, suck my dick faster. I don't know. Why you wouldn't ask why or what? You know what I mean? I mean, you got the time. I ain't got the time either. But at the same time, I realize that it take more time to reverse incorrect action than it does to decide and then do and then learn from doing the right thing. They say know better, do better. But once you do better, then you can know better, even better. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, you a shit nigga, you know what I'm saying? The experience, it's not even about experience, it's just about motherfucking action. And that's the experience in itself. You know what I mean? Because you can have experience doing the wrong thing, nigga. Right? And if you don't never change what you're doing because you didn't learn the system, a formula, nigga, you didn't master this method, nigga, of doing some shit that's fucking whack to do, then you not having no experience, nigga. That's not experience, nigga. It's not experience, nigga. Experience is to diversify, nigga, to be versatile, nigga. That's experience. It's versatility, nigga, in itself. Are you following me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You didn't got good at doing some shit that you're not really doing nothing, because it's the least you could be doing. But you're doing, you did more of the least now, as opposed to doing least of the most. Because you know what I mean? When you do something that's purpose, that's universal, the more you do it, the more powerful it is. You know what I mean? So, and that's the way you can tell. When you find yourself doing more of something and it's having less of an effect, then you should already know that you probably focused on the wrong aspect of it, or at least the wrong procedure, or rather, the less real procedure. You know what I'm saying? You figure out what you're faking in it. You gotta figure out what you're faking in it. You feel me? You gotta figure out what you're faking in it. And if it's anywhere that you're faking in it, then that's what you're gonna encounter. To where you gotta get more people involved for it to even still be relevant and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like no, when it's real and it's even just you, it's already going to just spread out, whether some people even know it was you or not. Because it's not you, it's only God anyway. Okay? And if it's real, then it's a reflection of that reality that is raw fucking Allah. It really is. Okay? And that's what you're going to be able to see. But it ain't for you to show nobody else either. It's for us to resonate in appreciation from a unified perspective. And whatever it is discussed, nigga, it's in praise. Homie. So as to harmonize, nigga. Anything else is just uncivilized. Anything else is a bunch of confusion, you know. It's taking more time. It's taking more of less when it should be less of more. Did you hear me? It's taking more of less when it should be less of more each time. You know what I'm saying? Meek, which is the most difficult, yet with the hardest thing comes ease, and with ease comes difficulty. Okay, so when you do the hardest thing first of all, then the rest of whatever else you would be doing is you're just that much more capable. You have just that much more momentum. You have just that much more in your favor. You have truth on your side, as I mentioned, for one. Right? And truth is universal to where it's all sided, okay? It's now applicable from every direction, okay? So you're staying centered and able to move in whatever direction necessary at that point, as opposed to taking one direct path in the circumference and having to go back to the center to gain momentum just to get back to where you came from, because you started from a perpendicular sort of catty corner sequence or side or whatever. And it's all about just staying true to yourself and being honest with yourself. Staying true to yourself and being honest with yourself. If you ain't able to be honest with yourself, then it's like you gotta keep that in mind. And that's the whole thing. I understand sometimes you gotta kind of deflect situations in the name of being meek. It's like you gotta come off ass to another person to where that might be trying to judge you, because if they trying to judge you, that means they not being meek anyway. So it's like, you don't want to get mixed up in trying to prove that you're meek. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking on how motherfuckers might have the wrong idea of meekness, and that will turn them away from what the whole true importance or significance or benefit or enrichment of meekness is. I'm not trying to get you to focus on meekness and try to go do it and then come show me, see, I'm being meek. See, look, don't you like me? Don't you think I'm cool like you, Mr. Watts? Fuck you, nigga. No, I'm just joking with you. I'm gonna say fuck you because if you get mad that I said fuck you, then that means that's good. You got passion in you. But if you try to hurt me, then you better do it to my face, and I want to see that. And then what it is, you gonna swing on me. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna whoop your ass, bro. I'm not gonna beat you up, bro. You know why? Because you had enough confidence, nigga. You had enough balls, nigga, to confront me right there, homie. And you don't necessarily know that, bro. But you gotta stay real to yourself in order to find out, nigga. Otherwise, you're gonna be sitting there fucking hiding in the shadows, nigga. Confused, nigga. Wishing you could do. Then, as soon as you try, then you're gonna get your ass beat, nigga. And it ain't about getting your ass beat, because then you learn then. And you still have to be strong enough, though, nigga, for it to matter what you done learned. Because it don't matter, it ain't about the size of the dog in the fight, nigga. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. It's also about, nigga, your heart, nigga. A person trying to hurt a person ain't finna fight as hard as a person trying to protect a person, nigga. That's another principle of Diwali, homie. Light overshadowing the darkness, my nigga. So ain't no threat at all. It's just extra time. But it's okay, because the more and more you do that is right, that is just, that is real, the less you have to do. You just got to keep doing. And that's the issue. It takes that just much more awareness, my nigga, and alertness, homie. So ask that your actions are inclusive, right? It takes you being just that much more honest with you, and not having to take so many detours in the interest of fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking emotions and shit is what I'm saying. I understand, but that's just that much more of a challenge, champion.